high highs and the low lows of a roster, right? Like they can win events, they can also completely bomb. And Neo dropping in through the pop dog. Here's a split tower, going to be covered by Groovy, but the trade is instantaneous. Michu and Neo opening up here for the T side, going to be able to take control of the site. Michu is on a tear, and Pasha's going to join the party as well with another frag from the connector. Snatchy dead, Furlan alone, and the bomb down for VP.
3v1 situation. Furlan doesn't have a kit either. Has to snuff out 3 players in very different angles. It's going to be a tough task, and Snax is going to handle him by himself.
No reload found, but the peak is deployed. Michu going to be pressured. He wants to just run away. Doesn't want to give away a gun to that player on the back line, knowing that Furlan only has a CZ, and Michu will catch that rotation through the pop dog, leaving just Snatchy on the site. Just P250, no armor. To watch Ivy and back down Olaf. He doesn't spot Snax, just moving up to his right side. Snax is going to be able to take that kill. Equalization frag, and Bialy finding one more means that now VP are in a very good spot. Maybe over aggressive for Furlan, who jumps on the top of the train. But if they can just stop this bomb plant, this could be around for AGO. It won't happen.
On higher.
Yeah, that early pick really kind of weakened the A defense here for AGO, and the A defense looks weaker even now with Pasha finding 2 kills on the AWP. Leaving only 2 players left. AGO both rotating through the connector. They haven't been spotted moving out through the smoke, but Furlan gets his way to the bomb train. Pasha, curious, has spotted him as well, so information is okay for VP, but they don't need to commit here. They could easily fall back towards B if they choose to, but Pasha's kill will surely entice them even further. Snatchy does find the dink, but he can't finish off the kill, and allows Neo to just fall back. Snax, the man to finish off the job. He's got contact being made from Furlan as well up in heaven, taking their attention. Snatchy going to go for the spray, but it won't connect. Luckily enough, Furlan does get a single kill before he goes down, but still VP have a man advantage. This fast flank from PHR, watching the wrong angle, allows Pasha to drop him, and there we go. Bialy finally coming out of the Ivy, drops Tau. It's a split from VP that shuts this down, and Groovy is just being pressured by Bialy, who doesn't need to force this kill. He can just wait for Neo to come in through that connector and join him, and he's doing exactly that, although Groovy does find him eventually. This should be the kill coming through for someone at the very least.
There we go. Neo finally closes it out. And HGO, they initially looked like they had a pretty good setup actually to fend off, and they can just solely focus on Snatchy.
Ooh, again, the opener for Pasha. Been so consistent with these early shots out through main. Obviously with no real AWP to counter it other than 1 round here for AGO. It's not going to be too difficult. As VP, again, making quick work of these ecos. They're already into the B site. Towel going to be pressured. He goes down as well. And 1 by 1, VP just going to dispatch their opponents. This is nice to see as well. Like they're not overfacing. They're not really overcommitting to duels. We've still got passive players in the spawn up in main as well. And the bomb's down, meaning that Snatchy knows his time is limited. It's just any damage he can find if he can get a gun to save. But not going to happen. Is he expecting it to? No, he switches weapon, goes down. Snatchy doubles down. In fact, 2 kills on the AWP and 2 kills on the AK. Snax is still alive and kicking. And even though we have Groovy here close position, Snax could completely bypass this. Is he going to check this? Of course he does. Next level brain for Snax. He finds his 3rd. And even Neo joining in as well. VP are firing all cylinders, and they will find the round.
So, yeah, if this is something they've expected, if this is a pistol round that HGO has used before, remains to be seen, but they're definitely on something.
The timing, Bialy turns around, he gets shot in the back of the head. Kills coming through though from those rotated players in the connector, so VP's positioning working out very well. Only 2 men left up here for the AGO side, and Michu, he is going to drop power down on the ramp with the bomb as well, and all hopes going away.
The bomb down.
Especially when they just hadn't spotted anyone down Ivy, anyone in main, no pop dog presence, so it's not really a huge risk for VP to even rotate a player off, because they know that, yeah, okay, AGO just haven't showed any presence, any pressure. Whereas if we look at VP's T side, like they constantly have Bialy just being a nuisance down Ivy, even late splitting and catching those rotations once his team were on the B site. So something a bit different between these 2 teams, at least so far, but we are early days. However, these pistols not firing too much. There we go. Furlan eventually hits a shot. I'm surprised Pasha committed to that duel for so long.
Yeah, he had a FAMAS to just...
Yeah, anything's done, so if you just stay as a 5, there's an opportunity to overwhelm the player. Not Michu, not today. 4-5, all headshots. What?
Just as you like.
Forget what I said. It's a great example of, like, in theory, something makes sense, but when you actually do it, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't always go to plan. They push out of like Pop Dog and they don't pressure main. He's in a very awkward spot, but Furlan dead already. And Snacks is hungry. Here we go. Pushing in with both kills on the auto shot team. That is insult to injury, I think.
Yeah, doesn't even want to pick up the AKs. He just wants to go further.
Oh no, really, Snack? I mean, that's optimistic.
Yeah, but you know, when you're feeling it, you're feeling it, right? At least, if nothing else, does reveal the position of Groovy as well in a 1v4 situation. That's the AZIT to actually have any hopes. And all tagged down to 14 HP and an aggressing player in Pasha weapon right now.
Yeah, this is interesting. Molotov down though may actually do a lot of damage. They have to run through it, and they are going to do exactly that. Snacks drops Furlan. PHR did find the Deagle to Bialy, so the rotations have to come through. Snacks is essentially the solo player on the site, but not for long. You're not going to hit that shot, Snacks. You are going to change weapon, though, but luckily Pasha has him covered. The flank from Snatchy is good enough there, and in a 2v1, it's not out of the question, but the gun has dropped out of his distance into the realms of the unknown.
So dumb.
Balance game, by the way.
What? Like, why is this even a part of the map design? Just give me a gray ramp with no holes in it or anything like that.
There's a
Everyone's
rifle
happy.
next to Snacks, and he's still not picking it up.
But yeah, the worst part is Virtus.pro hasn't necessarily been that close.
I think that's the first man advantage we've seen for VP in quite a while as well. So that pick may change a lot here, because Snacks is on the AWP, Pash certainly not, but that's a push out from Snatchy that will cost him his life and maybe the round. VP have found 2 picks for the first time this half almost. And 3 players remaining for AGO with not their key player being Snatchy. Not an easy round to pull back, but why are VP still so aggressive? Neo gonna get caught out from a peek in main. Furlan will work his way out the Pop Dog in the meantime, so still they want to go for this push, but Snacks has fallen back, and he's still lining up shots. His 3rd kill of the round here on the AWP. Maybe that's what we needed, this gun thrown over from Pasha to Snacks. And Pasha, although he's not really made a face for himself this round, Snacks is going to still fire off. There's his 4. Hell, he could even get the ace, but Pasha takes it away from Honest as they push towards his site. He falls back and repositions, and the rotation comes through the connector in the meantime. Here's the push out for Furlan. We need an entry frag for the side of AGO, but Pasha's already locked it down, and Bialy's done the same.
That was... well, I guess they were so inconsistent with what they wanted to commit to there. They have one guy playing towards the inner, the rotation is super late, so there's a golden opportunity, but, well, if this is how it's going to pan out, then that works too.
Talk about golden opportunity, though. Like, double entry to the site, pulling it back to a 3-on-3 after VP takes so much control. That's impressive from AGO, but it will only take them so far, because still we have Snacks firing off with this AWP. 25 seconds on the clock, and the flank is in for Bialy. Though, luckily enough, doesn't want to give the pick to Pasha, and he does find it. These are not opportunities you want to throw away if you're AGO. Play safe, play standard, and Groovy will with one more as Bialy tries to keep it alive for VP in map number 1 in their map pick. They were leading 14-6, only to find a loss.
Yeah, they can set up for any like cheeky pop flash into a crossfire kind of thing. Only issue is that rotations are a bit off, but you can see Furlan pushing aggressively in Banana. That's thick.
Look at the spray. PHR on the site tries to hold it down, but he can't fight back. Michu, double headshot into it and bomb down on the site. He's stuck in between a crossfire between Tower and Furlan, so it's not a free round here. But we still have Bialy up on the boost, who does drop down. Furlan hears the noise as well. 1 on the site, 1 in the pit. That's the call here for AGO. Will they be able to hit the shots, though? Bialy, wide straight out into the open, but the trade is back for Tau for the 1v1 in action. Both players low. Reload coming through. Michu tries to force the fight, but he's unsuccessful. Reposition, and this should be it. There it is from Michu. Very unlikely to be putting a man up on Arch in this spot, because you want to be able to lock down the apps and short together as a team. And while they do at least watch that wrap, Neo begins to push round, and there's the contact. Neo, great shot. PHR's dead, and now it's just Tower on the site alone in a 1v3. Does drop the bomb, so that should force a rotation. 20 seconds on the clock. He needs his teammate to come back in. He needs to stay alive, but he's being wrapped up from Neo. Still, I like the angle. He's not allowing Neo to get this pick because he's hiding behind the box, but eventually he'll make his way round. And Neo, a slow play, but it pays off. The Turtle getting onto the site, and there we go from Neo. Even though PHR's low, this retake's certainly doable here for the AGO side. Utility continue to be barreled out by Pasha, and the peak can come through on the AWP. He hits the shot. Another man up on short as well, and even though PHR's low, Neo should be able to find it, and he does. at least on the top. The one is going to be cordoned off by that utility, so it's just Michu and Snacks to do the damage. Great flashbangs here. It's blinding everyone on the T side, but will the shots come back in a response? Michu is so low, but it won't matter because kills are coming through for VP. There's only one player left up, and out of absolutely nowhere, VP have slam dunked AGO on the second pistol round, leaving just Snatchy.
You say just Snatchy, but he's been able to work some miracles, defending in no smokes on the side of HGO either. So it's going to be a bit of a shooting gallery. And away we go. Snacks and Michu combined for, well, all 5.
Yeah, this is the full rotate from VP. They are fully aware of what's about to unfold here on this bomb site. Neo waiting for them to give away their positions, and there it is. 1 kill and a second again. 3 kills from Neo.
Instead of 4 people on A, it's going to be 4 people on B this time around, and Snacks finds the first frag on tower, gets flushed out, but Smokes providing good cover so far. Snatching.
They're getting caught in the smoke. This is what we position. Snatcher gets into the spawn, but they still haven't spotted the man on the boost. He's just going to dive on in. Bialy instead does the damage. So it's just misinformation here for VP here, and they don't know it. Shot missed from Pasha. Furlan goes back in for the peak, and this may be done. This may be dusted, but Michu's got 3 more kills to find.
Oh, that was so well done by Furlan. Instead of re-engaging on Pasha, just immediately after seeing the peek in from Pool, just steps back for a little while, draws Pasha further away, and eventually pounces, and Michu Molotov out in library, has 3 people to find. Doesn't have a defuse kit either. Seems like a bit of an impossible task.
Well, he's in the site.
And he's out of the game.
And he's out of the game.